Hi guys, it's Mrs. Allocca. I'm here to talk to you about the symbolism lesson that I want you to do. I decided to create a model for you because I think that that's the best way for you to understand what it is that I'm looking for. What I decided to do was I decided to work with A Long Walk to Water, since that is what you are all reading in Mrs. Butterick's class. It's a phenomenal story by Linda Sue Park. It is based on a true story, and it's got the two characters. It's got Naya's story and Salva's story. So I was thinking about this book, and I was talking to Mrs. Butterick, and one of the things we talked about, several things. There are several different potential symbols that are in the book. Remember, a symbol is something that's on the line in the story, but that ignore my dog, but it can mean something bigger. For example, we talked about the thorn that Naya got in her feet as she was going through the desert, looking for water. We talked about footprints. We talked about water. It's a long walk to water. Water isn't just water in this book. Water means something bigger, something more. So, in all of these different symbols that Mrs. Butterick and I talked about, one of the things that I remember that struck me was the symbol of the tree. And I'm going to say it wrong. It's acacia or acacia tree. And it is a tree appeared several times throughout the literature. It was something that kept repeating. So I just created a watercolor. So I want to address the artwork. My artwork is original. This was painted by me today. Um, I'm not saying it's wonderful, but I think it gives to you the idea of what it is that I mean, the tree. And it was done by me. I didn't steal it from anybody else. And so, number one, the artwork has to be original to you. And I wrote a tagline. This is my original watercolor painting of the acacia tree at sunset in Sudan. Ignore Finley. So I want you to do a description of your thesis. What is it that you have done? What is that symbol, and what does it symbolize? So you're going to do a paragraph. In that paragraph, I have here, this is the acacia tree from the book A Long Walk to Water by Linda Sue Park. This tree symbolizes, this is my thesis statement, protection, health, and safety for the characters in the book. Then here I go on to give you a little background to the book. I think readers need to know, I would need to know, what's the book about? So how does that symbol work? So I wrote, the novel is based on a true story. The story takes place in Sudan, Africa. It is told from two perspectives. Naya's story is from 1985, in which she must walk hours a day every day to fetch water for her family. The other main character is Salva. His story is written about the life-threatening conditions of war in the same country in 2008. And then I did a wrap up that goes back to this. In both storylines, the tree offers the characters help and hope just when they need it most. So this describes my painting that is down here. And then in the middle, this is where I put my text evidence. I need a page number for this. I was working offline. You have page numbers. I did not for this one. I tried to look for it, but I was working on a document that didn't have page numbers from a teacher somewhere across the country. So I have where my evidence is, what the page number is on which it appears, and then, oops, I got to put a period in there. And then I explain, put a period there, what that piece of evidence is. In the first column, so this is on the line, and then over here is where I talk about what that symbol represents in that scene. Please use this to help you out. I will also put a planner online for you to fill in, just like I did with the last assignment. So it will give you help and support. If you have any questions, visit me in office hours.